DeanZine LiveStream. DeanZine LiveStream. DeanZine LiveStream. DeanZine.
Everybody, hello again. Welcome to episode 20 of my DeanZine LiveStream. And I can't believe it's been 20 weeks. That's a little scary to think about. But I'm real excited about what's happening in today's show. Especially our special musical guest, Katy Rose Bennet, her wonderful, lovely songs, and I know you're going to really enjoy her and what she does. And let's see, as we get rolling along here, let me just get my bearings. Let's see here. Hey, Will. Will from Manchester. It is Sunday night. It's Sunday afternoon in New York, but I'm accustomed to the time zone change. A little bear from Devon. Hey, June. And Elaine. Hey, Elaine. Hey, Kevin from Eastleigh. Pleased to see you. And woohoo, Jacqueline and Jane and Bullen's Boy Blue. Wow, it is pretty much. Hey, Trace, good to see you too. And Andrew from Sheffield. Listen, while we're getting started, if you could share this post, that'd be great. And to just let folks know it's going on, let all your friends know the show's about to start, that'd be really cool. If you could just join in. And hey, Jill and Eddie. Hey, Eddie, I've been a little late sending you your LP, but it's on your way, don't worry. I appreciate that, your patience, man. Look at all these good folks from sunny Ramsbottom. Joanna and Brian. Hello, Joanna and Brian. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed last week's gig. That was really cool. Well, it's good to see everybody. And hey, Conrad from Eastbourne. And John from wherever you are. All you people from all over the place. And I see people are still continuing to join us. Anyway, I'm still getting my bearings here. I did a little preview outside in the garden, and there was this dragonfly that landed on a small little horse sculpture. I think it thought it was a real horse. And anyway, it was hard holding the camera still. But hey, Andy Blair, finally made it to your live stream. Well, it took you long enough. Glad to see you here. Hey, Jessica from St. Louis. How you doing, kiddo? Good to see you. Excellent. All right. Well, listen, I guess I have stalled long enough. I might as well start the show. Here's the thing, folks. I am always struggling to find a balance between not being able to avoid what's going on in the world around us, while at the same time trying to provide, some sort of respite from all that craziness. But I was struck by something that hit the papers just a day ago. And it was a quote from former First Lady Michelle Obama on a podcast where she confessed to suffering from low-grade depression, which she attributes to, the coronavirus quarantine, the mental health toll of racism, and the infinite hypocrisy of the Trump administration. It just really struck me because, it's one of those taboo subjects, but it's really impressive that Michelle Obama, in the midst of all this nonsense, is out there very vocally characterizing her feelings and what's going on, and in an unabashed way. And it's really it's satisfying and also heartbreaking that they're no longer in the White House. And we're living through what we got to live. But anyway, I just wanted to make note of that, and it made me think of this song that some of you have heard me play on the show, but I'm going to play again for that reason. I was down for the count. I was out of commission. I was having a bad day. I was definitely in a precarious position. If you ask me how I'm doing now, this is what I say. I say I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. I'm actually looking forward to what tomorrow brings. Things are looking up, it's what the bluebird sings. I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. I was feeling uninspired and so unmotivated. My get up and go was gone. But staring at the walls is just so overrated. So I finally got back out of bed to sing this song. Now I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. I'm actually looking forward to what tomorrow brings. I don't mind getting up when the doorbell rings. I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. Every day that passes, I'm feeling just a little bit better. My outlook is significantly improved. You know, I never was a real go-getter, but now I feel I'm finally getting back in the groove, and I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. I'm actually looking forward to what tomorrow brings. I even took the time to change my ukulele strings. I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. So if you're down in the dumps and your life is looking dreary, you're feeling unenthused and depressed, heed my advice, it's much more than just a theory. Take a shower, comb your hair, and get dressed, and you'll slowly get back into the swing of things. Actually looking forward to what tomorrow brings. Things are looking up, it's what the bluebird sings. I'm slowly getting back, slowly getting back, slowly getting back into the swing of things. Okay, so we're slowly getting back into the swing of things. And hello from the Lake District. Yeah. Thank you, June. I'm pleased. First time here. Sarah Lucas, pleased to see you. And I'm looking forward to Katy too. In fact, I just want to give everyone a little teaser, a little taster. A video that introduced me just per chance when I saw this video online, and was just so taken with what Katy Rose Bennet is doing. And so I'm going to play it for you folks now. And so stand by, relax, and enjoy Katy Rose Bennet and her a cappella performance of Growing Peace.
Not been sleeping well. Getting to bed after midnight. Staring at the screen. Infected by the blue light. I don't want to see the news, but I have to watch the news. I've been growing peace, watching the birds, butterflies and the bees. garbage wide outside my door on this 4x4 square meters of heaven on a hill. Jumped off the treadmill, how did it feel? Took off the blindfold, what did you see? Away from the world, what do you really need? Don't really need to buy things every day of your life. Need enough to live on, enough to survive. But I really need to see you and sing the songs out loud. Be in a place with the people I love. Play to a real live crowd. Oh, I really need to see you and sing the songs out loud. Be in a place with the people I love. Play to a real live crowd. So what do we do now? What do we do? What do we do now? What do we do? What do we do now? What do we do? What do we do now? What do we do? What do we do? Imagine something new. Imagine better days. Jumped off the treadmill, how did it feel? Took off the blindfold, what did you see? Away from the world, what do you really need? You don't really need to buy things every day of your life. Just need enough to live on, need enough to survive. Oh, I really need to see you sing the songs out loud. Be in a place with the people I love. Play to a real live crowd. Oh, I really need to see you sing the songs out loud. Be in a place with the people I love. Play to a real live crowd. Oh, I really need to see you and sing songs out loud. Be in a place with the people I love. Play to a real live crowd.
That is awesome. Be with people to I love and to play for the real life crowd. Well, I see you feel the same way I do, folks. Yeah, I've watched that video at least a half dozen times, and I always feel better after I watch it. So let's see, I'm going to play a song that I did that was one of the requested at last week's Zoom concert. And I relayed the story of how I wrote it, which is a true story. I was going to City College in New York, but still living home where I grew up in Paramus, New Jersey. So I had to take the bus every day across the George Washington Bridge. And there was a population of homeless women who pretty much resided in the bus station. And they were very proud and very defiant, and they didn't want anyone feeling sorry for them. In fact, one day I said what I thought was something nice to acknowledge somebody. And she just cursed at me and gave me a finger. She wasn't having any of it. So anyway, that inspired this. Shopping bag ladies, they live in the terminal waiting room, patiently whiling their hours away, desperately keeping their demons at bay, making up lies about times that were good, extolling the virtues of motherhood, staunchly defending their sanity, clutching one last shred of vanity, a kerchief she wears in her hand, covered in posies and lilacs and blues and in reds. Don't pity me, you beautiful bastard boy. I'll be just how I am. I'll be just how I am. Shopping bag ladies, it's not that well known, but they're really in vogue. Latest in fashions that taste so true. Sweat socks and sneakers, a sweater or two. Safely behind the walls they have made, secure in their brown paper barricades. Worldly possessions they'll not have to lose. Lightweight emotional refuge. Rant and they rave, they're mad and they're crazy, and that's how they stay. Freedom. Don't pity me, you beautiful bastard boy. I'll be just how I am. I'll be just how I am. Shopping bag ladies, it's hard to believe but once they were children. Thank you. Thank you. Oops. Let's see, where am I? Oh, wait a minute. I know what's next. What's next is we have a visit from great friends of the show. Everybody say hello to the Scottish falsetto sock puppet theater.
Oh
my
I'm sorry, Dean. I'm sorry, Dean. We were just innocently practicing our performance of one of the most popular science fiction films of all time. Were we? I thought I was hitting you with a stick. No, you stop hitting me. I am, of course, Obi. Have you got a problem with that? I don't know what's worse, the fact that your middle name's Wankin, or the fact that if you try and miss it out, your name's Obi. Oh, who are you then? I'm Obi. Oh, which Obi's that then? We're stiff with Obi's round here. Oh, me, I'm Obi Wankin. Oh. Stop, Luke, and listen. I'm so sorry, Dean. He's getting a wee bit carried away because we're going to be doing Socks in Space next week, and it'll feature a little bit of this. Is this Doctor Who? It's not Doctor Who, no.
Oh,
sorry,
that's very exciting. In fact, I know you've been doing Zooms, and let's see if I can find it. In fact, you're doing 3 shows in August because we're supposed to, all of us, have been at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, which didn't happen. And yet, through the wonders of telecommunication and Zoom, you're doing 3 shows. You're doing one in a couple days. August 13th, you're doing Socks in Space.
That is correct, Dean. Sorry, my colleague feels the need to suck my fingers whenever I don my piano. I don't know why he does that. That's right. We're doing Socks
I
and
have
Speak.
that
We're
problem
doing
as well.
Boo Lingerie, which is the horror show, the socky horror show. And then we're doing Socks doing Shakespeare. But you know what? Zoom,
Yeah.
and you've discovered this, is a very, very strange phenomenon because you've got all of the faces up there on the screen. And I think that there's something that people do not realize when you're watching a Zoom concert. So what we've done is we've written a wee song about it.
Okay, all right. Well, then we can't wait to hear it. Everybody, the Scottish Falsetto Sock Puppet Theatre and their song about Zoom. Here you go. 1 second.
Take it away. We do these gigs these days on Zoom. What some folks forget is we can see inside your room. We can see your place and the bored look on your face. So don't be a disgrace, 'cause we can see you, we can see you, we can see, we can see you. There's background noise from someone's annoying doggy and a bloke in Montrose who is picking a big bogey. Now when we're doing stuff, la la la, mute the sound, la la, and turn your camera off so we don't see you fanning round. We can see you're flat, and really you chose to wear that, so just remember that. We can see you, we can see you, we can see, we can see you. Time after time, people don't know they look silly. There's a bloke in devices who keeps fiddling with his willy. So we're glad you came, and thank you for tuning in. But don't keep yourself unmuted or you make an awful den. We can see right down your lobby. Ooh, someone's got an interesting hobby. I bet that place smells of jobby. Yes, we can see you, we can see you, we can see, we can see you, we can see you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, hello, we're back in the room. I don't. Isn't it funny the way we can change the focus and the content, and we can change the look, the slight subtle look of the back of our set. It's magic, magic, I tell you.
It is real. It is definitely. There's no question about it. That was magical, and I got. All of these sort of idiomatic expressions that were in that song.
Oh yes, we made a reference to jobby, and ladies and gentlemen, internationally, if you're not familiar with the concept of jobby, a simple Google will answer that question.
Okay, well, you know what? I think whatever our imaginations sum it up with any of those references that we are probably worse than whatever they actually stand for. Well, that was wonderful, Socks, and thank you for just providing another public service to reminding people that when you're on Zoom, make sure your pants are on.
We like to have a well-behaved audience.
And except for a certain kind of Zooms, but I wouldn't know anything about that. So listen, Socks, I just want to remind everybody what we were talking about, that you have 3 shows coming up. The next one is 4 days from now, August 13th.
That's right, Socks in Space. That's
Socks
right,
in
we will be
Space.
doing Star Wars and Star Trek and Alien and you name it. In fact, literally, you will have the opportunity to test out his improv skills. I've got the skills to pay the bills. He doesn't. But the audience suggested he will have a go at including any science fiction that you can think of. God help you.
God help us all. Excellent. All right. Well, that's really great. Well, listen, Socks, if you would be so good as to stick around, because I know you're going to love our next guest, who's coming on in just a few minutes, and maybe you'll even get a chance to chat with her and ask her any questions you might have.
That would be great.
So, Socks, thank you again, and we'll see you in a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, the Scottish Falsetto Sock Puppet Theatre. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, you know what? It's Sunday. I'm going to go back there and play a Sunday song. And give me just a second. I think of this every Sunday because back in the day, my favorite thing to do on Sunday was to walk to the corner newsstand and buy the New York Times and the Daily News. I read the New York Times, and then I would grab the comics at the Daily News. Pick up the Sunday news, I need my funny papers. Little orphan Annie and me have a rendezvous at 3 with Mary Worth and Dick Tracy. And my idea of time well spent is to stay in bed with you till the rent is due. Whoa. Get out a checkered cloth, I'll pack a picnic basket. We'll find a clearing in the wood, and you can be Red Riding Hood. You may be bad, but you're so good. And my idea of having fun is laying naked in the sun with you. Whoa. Sunday clothes, I've had an inspiration. We'll ride downtown on the D and have a window shopping spree. It may be crass, but it's free. And my idea of what to do is making love with you in the avenue. Whoa. Where did my earpiece go? Let's see, here we go. Excuse me. Thank you, Trace. It's definitely a New York City song. I think one of my first reviews was Upper West Side Rock, which struck me as kind of funny. Sit in the garden watching me now. There you go. It's hot on the Isle of Wight, too. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate these nice comments, but it's also a good way for me to check to see whether I left the mic on or off, or whether anything strange is happening. But anyway, so what I'm pleased and delighted to do now, folks, is introduce you to our guest artist for today. And you saw her video. And let me just welcome everybody, say hello in your minds, back in your house. to the wonderful Katy Rose Bennet. Hey, Katy.
Hello, hi Dean. Nice to see you.
Great to see you, Katy.
Great to be here. Well, there.
Yeah. Excuse me. Me and everyone else that watched it so enjoyed that video, and
Great, thank you.
you know, I have a song on one of my albums called "I'm a Clone," which begs the question: Are you a clone? I mean, do you have are you part of quintuplet or quadruplets, or what do you call them?
No, there is only one of me. I just do some magic with video editing and things. In fact, I hadn't done any videos until about 5 months ago. I'd never done any video editing, and then lockdown suddenly gave me a lot of time to learn how to do something new. So I started doing that.
Well, they're all delightful, and I'm so glad for however it happened that you started doing them, and I know everyone's been enjoying them. And so, whereabouts are you right now on the planet?
I am in my living room in my little house, which is on a farm, and on the southern outskirts of Birmingham in the UK. So,
Excellent.
It's great. Yeah.
That's really
cool.
It's
been very hot today here, and I've actually put a shirt. I mean, I was going to wear clothes, obviously, but I've actually put like a shirt on that I wouldn't have been able to wear about 2 hours ago because it was just too hot. But it's slightly cooler now, so we're all right.
I'm glad you're comfortable. Although, according to the socks, clothes are optional.
I mean, I don't know how to follow the socks. They're pretty something.
Nobody does. You know, my only familiarity with Birmingham is. I did soundtrack for a couple of years for the TV show called Boone, and we recorded some of the music in the Birmingham studios.
Oh, the BBC Birmingham studios.
Right, yeah.
Oh.
But I was always late because of the one-way system. I could never get from one place to the other.
Oh.
And but so you don't have to suffer that because you're on the outskirts. I always enjoy those gigs.
No, it's a great city. I've been here for nearly 20 years. It's a fantastic city. Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, I see you have your guitar in your hand, and what are you going to play for us?
Well, actually, this is a song. It's written about Birmingham. In fact, there's a river that runs through Birmingham called the River Ray, and I released an album a few years ago called Songs of the River Ray, and this was the opening song on it, and it's called Cold November Day, and it's about remembrance and how we remember people. And I wrote it on the 11th of November, 2011, which is Remembrance Day in the UK. And it's about lots of things. So yeah, it's called Excellent. Cold November Day.
All right, okay. Everybody, Katy Rose Bennet.
The mist rising from the River Ray hangs around most of the day, and I haven't followed the heron home since the end of September. This is the day they tell us to think of those gone before they're due. I can only think of you and not forget to remember you're still here. In the air around us, the mist, the rain, the snow, still here. In the earth beneath us, the lettuces we grow, still here. In the words we say and the love we hide away, till we meet again some cold November day. We sat silent in the atrium, listening to the freezer hum, the babies laughing, Barry's crockery, till the tannoy marked the ending. Then we all returned to our daily bread, forgetting what our hearts just said. And if this is how you really feel, you better stop pretending you're still here. In the air around us, the mist, the rain, the snow, still here. In the earth beneath us, the lettuces we grow, still here. In the words we say and the love we hide away, till we meet again some cold November day. I still see you sometimes. I still hear you sometimes. I still need you sometimes. You're still here by my side. The mist rising from the river ray hangs around most of the day, and I haven't followed the heron home since the end of September. You're still here in the air around us, the mist, the rain, the snow. Still here in the earth beneath us, the lettuces we grow. Still here in the words we say and the love we hide away till we meet again some cold November day. Oh, till we meet again some cold November day. Oh, till we meet again some cold November day.
That was beautiful.
Thanks, sir.
And
Cheers.
everyone loved it as well.
Oh, great. That's lovely. Thank you.
And indeed.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's actually I meant to say it's about my granny, that song, and I forgot to put that in at the beginning. It's about growing lettuces, which is something she used to do, and I'm trying now to grow lettuces just like her, but I'm slightly failing. I'm really not very good at growing vegetables, but I'm doing all right. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to embarrass you, but one thing that really strikes me about your songs is that it's the language you use is really, it's deceptively accessible, and by that I mean is that you use language that easily that's easy to understand and evokes these strong feelings, but it's also really subtly poetic. Following the herons home. It's like it's just really beautiful stuff.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a poet at all by any means at all, but I love words, and I love trying to use the simplest amount of words, but to convey the feeling you're trying to. And actually, the following the heron home line is a slight borrowing from a song by a Scottish songwriter called Corinne Polwart. It's called Follow the Heron, so it's a little salute to that song in there. So, but yeah.
Well, you do it deftly and
thank you.
With a lot of beauty. It's really cool stuff.
Thanks.
Excuse me. You know what? This is gonna sound like a stupid question, but I don't mean it to
Go
be.
ahead.
Because I was pondering it myself the other day. You write these beautiful songs. Why do you write songs?
Yeah, there's a question. I've been writing songs for maybe 25 years. I mean, I obviously don't look old enough to have been able to do that, obviously, but I started writing songs as a way to understand the feelings that are going on inside my teenage self, I think. I write them because I have to. I think for a while I didn't write many. So I had a bit of time period of time where I didn't really do much songwriting, and actually it felt very much like I wasn't doing the thing I needed to be doing in my life, and it was quite a sudden realization. Was the thing I'm not doing is the thing I should be doing, and maybe a few years ago I decided to come back to songwriting and actually focus my energy on it. I used to be very much driven by emotion when writing songs. It would be very much, I'm feeling like this, I'm going to put it into a song and it's going to act as my therapeutic outlet in a way. But actually, I'd say more in the last 5 years or so, I try to be bit more crafting with the act of writing songs. So maybe
thinking more of what a song might be about, and borrowing stories from people I know, or just from things I read in the paper, or books or whatever, and just trying to craft songs rather than just waiting for the inspiration to strike and then letting that flow. There's a kind of, I think I maybe 2 years ago I decided to actually dedicate an amount of time every week where I was going to sit down and try and write a song, even if it was a terrible song. I was just going to do it, so that it became a habitual thing. I'm sure you understand that, and I'm sure you do that. Or I don't know. How do you write songs? What's your process?
Well, you know what? It's changed over the years, but I totally relate to how you characterized it. When I was a kid growing up, I would write songs sort of imitatively.
Yeah.
Being a fan of everything on the radio and the Beatles and the Monkees and Dylan.
Yeah.
Cool. But because I was a kid, I there's so much downtime. So I would find myself writing songs really out of sheer boredom. Standing in line at the motor vehicle bureau, or whatever I was doing. But these days there's so much stuff that needs to get done, is that I have to be more determined about it, and allocate, like you say, time, and have a little more discipline. Although I tend to I've gotten into a bad pattern, which is that I these days I write songs when I've already solicited crowdfunding and pre-sold albums in advance from all you good folks listening out there in the audience. And then once they've sent me money, I feel so guilty. I think I really have to get an album out, and in order to do that, I write a bunch of songs. So that's my confession. That's my technique. I don't recommend it for other songwriters. It's better to take Katy's approach and have a little self-discipline. But even working to a deadline.
Yeah, it's always good to get paid to write songs, and that's and I've recently had a few commissions, which is it's actually quite a satisfying thing, because you have a deadline, you have to write a song, and you have to create something. So Growing Peas was written for a commission. It was originally written on the ukulele, actually, and the voices are being a ukulele. So the three underparts are being three strings of a ukulele. But,
and it's just we're glad that you did, for whatever reason, because it's so beautiful. Would you play another for us?
Sure. Yeah, this is a bit of a softer, gentler song, and actually, it's coming out as a single in September, and it feels quite relevant for the moment. It's called "Where Does It Hurt," and the reason I wrote it was you might well know her, Ruby Sales, the American civil rights activist. I listened to an interview she did with Krista Tippett on the On Being podcast. I don't know if you know that. And it was about her work as a civil rights activist for the last 50 odd years. And she talked about asking the question, where does it hurt, to someone, to kind of really get to understand their deep sorrow or their pain or whatever's going on with them. And actually, rather than saying, how are you, or how are you doing, actually recognizing the pain and going, where does it hurt? And actually, America, as much as in the UK, we're so polarized in terms of there's this camp over here and there's over here. No one can meet and feel connected. And I think in order to heal the divisions in our societies, we've got to start understanding each other and understanding why people do what they do and why they vote the way they vote for the people they vote for. And there's people are hurting, people are in pain, and if we can address the underlying reasons, then maybe we can understand, make the world a better place, Dean.
All right. That's well, then let's hear it indeed.
Okay, I'm going to take my headphones off because they.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. Katy Rose Bennet, everybody.
So this is Where Does It Hurt?
Where does it hurt? Where is the pain? Where is the rage? The sadness, where is the shame? Where does it go when you hide it away? Deep in the shadows or buried in clay, in the dust and the dirt. Oh, where does it hurt? Where does it hurt? You don't have to say, just tell me the song you sing and I'll play. Something so right. Who wants to live forever? For once in my life, wish I had a river in the notes and the words. Oh, where does it hurt? Where does it hurt? Under the skin, here in your heart, or through every inch. Place your hand on my hand. Please let me in. Let me understand the guilt and the sin. Not the worst on this earth. Oh, where does it hurt? Where does it hurt? Where is the pain? Where is the rage? The sadness, where is the shame?
That was really lovely, Katy.
Thank you.
And everyone watching and listening agrees.
Thank you, everybody. I know that you're there. I can't see you, but
I
thanks
know.
very much.
There, I sense them. And
Thank you.
there you go. See?
That's lovely. Thank you, everyone. Cheers.
Now, Katy, sort of discovering your music was one of those, really nice surprises that I guess, I don't know, comes with whatever territory this is.
Yeah, sure.
But then, there's some musicians that sort of, sit in a corner and they write songs, and every once in a while they, they deign to communicate with the world beyond. But there are other musicians, and you're one of those, who is really proactive and participates in the community around them. And I only know a little bit about it, but you've been doing all this different work. You want a choir. You work with an organization, innershoes.org. You work with prisoners and providing all the kind of music and art that you do. Could you just describe a little bit about that and what kind of motivated you to put yourself out there? Because that requires generosity.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's generosity. I think it's necessity, really. Like, it's really interesting. I'm really glad that you said those things, because I've run choirs for maybe 15 years, and I know a few people from one of my choirs, Mostly Voices, are listening. So hello to anyone from Mostly Voices. And we've been trying to do sessions on Zoom, which is impossible, but we've still done them. You can't sing at the same time as other people on a Zoom call, but it's kept the community of that choir going. And In Her Shoes is a community organisation based in Birmingham and working with women and girls and helping them promote their voice and through songwriting and art workshops, but it's hard to do at the moment, but we're still trying to maintain that. And I also run choirs in different places over the years, including in Young Offenders Institute. Although at the moment, because of COVID-19, we can't go in to the actual institutions at the moment. But there was, I think, when I first started out songwriting, and I'd just done a degree, and I thought I was going to be a songwriter, and I realised I think for me it's about balance and about having I needed to have the two sides of me kind of being in balance to be able to feel like I'm doing the right things and for me and giving back to the community I'm part of, and being part of a really diverse community is vital to feel grounded. I think there's a risk of slightly losing oneself in. Obviously, there's times when you want to lose yourself in the act of creating art and creating songs, but to feel, for me, it's about balance, and both are. I've realised that both are necessary. I need to do both to feel like I'm doing good in the world, I suppose. Yeah, if that makes sense.
I hear you. Well, that's a good thing. I guess I've always felt that it's sort of like, being a musician is a gift. But part of the gift comes with the responsibility to share it, not just in terms of putting yourself out there, but including other people. And that's why teaching has always been an important part of it. And that's what you're doing with these organizations, and that's anyway. Good on you.
Yeah, it's about. I think a few years ago I wasn't doing much songwriting. I was doing more of the other side of things, and actually that was out of balance. So it's about getting into the. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if someone wanted to pay me just to write songs all the time, would I just do that? I don't think I would. I think I'd still need to do other things as well. I think I would get bored otherwise, probably. Yeah.
That's very cool.
But yeah.
Hold on. This is hello from Movo. Katy's an amazingly inspirational choir leader, and she's hilarious.
Well, thank you, Sarah. Very much appreciated. They're very tolerant of my malapropisms. So.
And God bless Katy. I need more like you in this world.
Oh, that's kind.
Thank you. I agree. I concur with that. Katy, you mentioned that it's coming out as a single, and you have a new album project that you just crowdfunded that's coming out in October. Would you tell us a little bit about it so folks can learn more about it?
Yeah, sure. So so Where Does It Hurt is the single coming out in September, and then the album is called Where Does It Hurt? An Introduction to Katy Rose Bennet, which is me, and that is it's kind of a compilation album, if you like. I've released 5 albums under my name, Katy Rose Bennet, but also under the name Katy B, I used to be known as back in the day, a long time ago. And this album I'm releasing is features 8 songs from my back catalogue, and then 2 new songs, including Where Does It Hurt and another song called When I Close My Eyes, which I think we might hear later. And yes, it's basically it just does exactly what it says on the tin. It's an introduction to my songwriting, and to say, here I am, world. If you want these songs, here they are, and have a listen. And just draw all the songs from different eras of my songwriting. If you're not like for the last 20 years, the oldest song was written in about 2000, so that feels like quite a long time ago.
You're still a kid. So everybody, I'm always doing this in the reverse order, but go to Katy's website, katyrosebennet.com, and sign up to her email list, and so you'll get information about how to get her album when it comes out in October. And also, right now you can go to Bandcamp, katyrosebennettmusic.bandcamp.com, and you can order her albums and download, and you can immerse yourself in Katy's music and to watch all her cool videos, because you've only seen one so far. I'm going to try to play another in a little while. Go to youtube.com/Katy Rose Bennet, and I urge you to do that.
Thank you, Dean.
Because it's good stuff. Thank you. My pleasure. Chazzy B says, hi, Katy. And
B.
Kev says,
Hi.
Thank you for making my Sunday evening more bearable. Such a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
Now, that comment would have been more appropriate from whoever has a bear from June Briggs, because she's got a little bear there.
She has a bear.
And another confirmation of your apparent hilarity from another
yeah. She's quite hilarious as well, so jointly hilarious.
That's great. Now, Katy, I'd love to hear another song from you, but I have some business to do. Could I ask you to hang out backstage for a little bit?
Sure.
I'm going to do some of that business, and some of it includes you as well, which I'll tell everyone in just a little bit. So, and don't go far, and I'll see you in just a little bit, okay?
Thank you. Cheers, Dean.
Thank you, kiddo. Okay, so, wow, this has been a real a delight. But about that business that I mentioned, and I'm going to get up my link as soon as I can find it. If anyone attended the Zoom, the third Zoom concert that I did last week, then you'll know that I mentioned the possibility of this. And actually, it's no longer a possibility. It's now a reality. So I'm pleased to announce that although we did have to cancel and postpone the Songfest of this summer to next year, 2021, assuming everything is kind of normal, or back to normal, halfway normal, I'm pleased to say that Sunday, August 30th, is going to be a virtual Songfest Zoom Fest on Zoom, and it's going to be all afternoon and evening. It's going to be 6 hours of music from folks that you know from this show, from the DeanZine LiveStream, and also from previous Songfests, and that includes Boothby Graffo, and Tracy Curtis, and Attila the Stockbroker is going to join us. Charlotte Campbell is going to be with us. Vance Gilbert is going to be with us. And the lovely Katy Rose Bennet is going to join us for this virtual Songfest Zoom Fest on Sunday, August 30th. And it only works if all you folks watching come and join the Songfest on that day, and you can get your tickets now in the gig section of my website. So if you go to deanfriedman.com and click on the gig link, you'll see at the very top tickets to the virtual Songfest Zoom Fest, Sunday, August 30th. Did you all get that? Did I make that clear enough? Yay. Okay, good. That's a good sign. Your Zooms are the best. Excellent. And woo, I concur. So anyway, and so all those great talented singer-songwriters are going to be doing 25-minute sets throughout the afternoon and evening, and you're all invited. And it's your chance to support independent artists that you like and care about. And I hope you'll join up and get your tickets early. So, and tell your friends. Definitely share it with your friends, and I'll be sending out posts and whatnot about all that. So let's see what else we got. What? Well, you know what? I wanted to play one other of Katy's lovely videos. So before I bring Katy back, I'm going to do just that. So here is another one of her delightful songs, which I know you're going to love. Katy Rose Bennet.
Gonna make me a song that takes me to the sea. Gonna make me a song that takes me to the sea. When I close my eyes, oh, the waves wash over me. Gonna write me a song that'll fly me to the top of the mountain. Gonna write me a song that'll fly me to the top of the mountain. When I close my eyes, I feel like I am found again. Gonna make me a song that takes me to the sea. Make me a song, make me a song. Gonna make me a song that takes me to the sea. Make me a song. Make me a song when I close my eyes. Oh, waves wash over me. Gonna grow me a song that'll show me the way to the wood. Gonna grow me a song that'll show me the way to the wood. When I close my eyes, oh, feels good. Gonna make me a song that takes me to the sea. Make me a song, make me a song. Gonna make me a song that takes me to the sea. Make me a song when I close my eyes. Wash over me, wash over me. Wash over me, wash over me.
That's awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Stunning harmonies. This is so cleverly done. Gorgeous. Reminds me. Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah.
I mean,
Ladysmith-
that. I mean, I'd love to be compared to Ladysmith by my mother, but it's only one of me, unfortunately. Oh no,
well,
that's a good thing. There's only one of
it's
me.
genuine and earnest and deserved.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
And there's Sue. And hey, Karen. Yeah, it is all beautiful. Senga and Gordon. Well, I'm so glad to be able to share your music with our audience. And again, folks, don't forget to check out Katy's website and all her stuff. I'll show those links a little later. You know, Katy, before you do one more song, I know our friends, the Sox, just wanted to say hello to you because they're become real big fans. And if you'll indulge us,
I will.
Hey, Sox.
Hey, Dean. Hey, Katy. Katy, can we ask you what songwriters have influenced you?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, I'd say my favourite songwriter is probably Gillian Welch. Do you know Gillian Welch? She's an American songwriter.
did not know it was pronounced with a hard G. So that's news.
Well, I don't know. Do you know, Dean? Is it? I always say Gillian Welch.
Well, it must be Gillian, not Gillian.
Either way,
Well, she's my favourite songwriter in the world. I really should know. I like Joni Mitchell a lot.
No, that's
Joan
definitely
Holland.
pronounced with a soft J. That much we do know.
Joni Mitchell.
Joni
I love
Mitchell, not nearly so popular.
And I like your song earlier, especially because I'm a big Beatles fan as well. So
I'm glad you got that reference. Obscure track from Rubber Soul, was it? It was.
It's not that obscure. I love it. I love it. Which of the Beatles is your favourite songwriter, please, Socks?
Oh, well, obviously we're big Stuart Sutcliffe fans. We don't like to take sides. We don't want to divide them. They might turn against us.
No, they all have their wonders. Beatles, absolutely.
And actually, the truth be told, Macca. We're big Macca fans.
Well, I mean, me too. I know that John Lennon's kind of cooler, wasn't he? But I'm a massive Macca fan. I saw him play in Cardiff about 10 years ago, and he's just still got it. And he got his scratch bass guitar out and did
Excellent.
which is great. He's fabulous.
He's a great inspiration, and he seems to write the catchiest of songs. We haven't managed to make this conversation as funny as we like to go for, because you've hit on an area that we're actually very, very interested in. Paul McCartney and his songwriting, and also the role played by bass guitarists in songwriting has been a fascination for us.
Is that?
Because you might not know it to look at us, but we play the bass guitar very, very badly, atrociously. We play the bass guitar, but that's how we start many of our songs.
I'm just curious. Now, Paul McCartney plays left-handed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, correct. So, if you don't mind my asking this, Socks, are you left-handed Socks or right-handed Socks?
We are right-handed Socks. Obviously, we have a man who holds the bass for us. He's down there. He's looking very embarrassed at the moment for some reason. But it's the fact that all of the bass players, like Sting and Phil Lynott and Paul McCartney, there's a load of Lemmy out of Motorhead, lots of bass players were the songwriters in the group. And that's always been an inspiration to us, because frankly, when our colleague down here started to play the bass, it was because the rest of the gang told him he's got to play the bass because he was too rubbish to play the proper guitar.
All right. Well, that's informative. Although, technically, accurately speaking, I would suppose it would not be left-handed bass. It would be left-footed bass. Is that
it would, in our case, be that, yes.
Okay. All right. Anyway, listen, Socks, I'm going to let you go because we're looking forward to hearing another song by Katy. And so... Socks, you take care of yourselves, and I'll remind folks about your Zooms that are coming up, and you keep up with that left-handed or left-footed bass playing, okay?
Great to see you, Katy. Thanks.
Nice to see you, Socks. See you again.
So, what do you have to sing for us, Katy?
I'm gonna play. I wasn't sure what I played, but I'm gonna play a song. I've got a son. He's 6 years old, and when he was born, there are maybe a month of well, actually it was quite a long time of the first year of his life. He was quite poorly in various ways, and so I wrote a song about that, and it's called Driving Home, and it's just about how becoming a parent completely changes your life, really, for the better, or for the better, definitely. So this is called Driving Home. Is that okay? Okay. So this is Driving Home. It goes like this. Driving home from the hospital on the day you were born, felt like I was flying through the air. Something so incredible in seeing you arrive, and I'm still not quite sure how we made it there. And I fell in love with you.
and I knew the world would never be the same again, for you are here to stay. Driving home from the hospital, you were only 3 days old. Don't think I've ever taken so much care. Stayed in second all the way, barely 20 miles an hour, and your mother wondered if you'd ever make it there. And I fell in love with you first time I saw your face, and I knew the world would never be the same again, for you are here to stay. Driving home from the hospital 3 weeks down the line, and nobody quite knows just what is wrong. Had to leave you in that metal bed with your mother by your side, and I hope they let you home before too long. And I fell in love with you the first time I saw your face, and I knew the world would never be the same again, for you are here to stay. Driving home from the hospital, the three of us again, feeling strangely calm and so relieved. And I'll sing to you all the songs I know, and even some I don't. And I love you even more than I believed. And I fell in love with you the first time I saw your face, and I knew the world would never be the same again. And I knew our lives had all been rearranged again. And I knew everything had changed again for you. You are here to stay.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that is a profound moment when they release you from the hospital, and everyone responded the same way.
It's amazing. It's an extraordinary moment and terrifying because this being is in your charge suddenly.
Well, I remember thinking, wait a minute, they're letting us out with this little baby all of ourselves. Are they crazy? They're going to let us be responsible for this life? And
thank you.
Everyone agrees. I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say he's now 6 and doing very well, so that's good.
That's wonderful.
And we're reading The Hobbit at the moment, which he's really loving, especially.
Excellent. All right. That's very cool. All right. Well, listen, before I let you go, Katy, I just want to remind everybody that you can discover more of Katy Rose music on her website, katyrosebennet.com, where you should sign up to her mailing list so you get information on the new album when it comes out. And you can order her existing albums, which are many, and they're all great, and downloads at her Bandcamp site at katyrosebennetmusic.bandcamp.com. And also touch base with her on Facebook and somewhere on Twitter, but I can't find my link.
Here we go. Here's my Twitter link.
Excellent. Ooh. Beautiful.
There we
perfect.
go.
Everybody. Well, Katy, thank you so much for stopping by and joining us. It was really a
Dean,
pleasure.
Thanks so much for having me. It's been an absolute delight. Cheers.
All right, and we're going to see you in a couple of weeks because you're going to join us for the virtual Song Fest.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be
Excellent.
Great. Thank you.
All right, everybody,
Cheers.
Katy Rose Bennet. Woohoo! Oh, that's super. That's really great. Thank you so much. absolutely. I couldn't agree more, Eddie. Okay, so what else is on the agenda for today? I guess I could play a couple of songs. But before I do head back there, just to remind folks that these regular Dean zines, as you know, are free or pay what you like or not. But if you're so inclined and circumstances suit, contributions are much appreciated. It helps pay the huge electric bills that go on when I power up my studio. And you can do it at paypal.me/Dean Friedman, or you can Venmo it. And you can even subscribe if you want to support these efforts on a long-term basis. To deanfreeman.com/subscribe, and that's right on my website. And also, because of the weird, convoluted algorithms on Facebook, I'm inviting folks to become members of my Dean Friedman Music chat room. There's 3 pages on Facebook. There's my personal page, which is always bouncing up against a 5,000 person limit. And then there's the artist page, which has no limit, which is great. But the page that apparently you can see more frequent, guaranteed to get a post and notification, is in the group page. So if you just sign up to the Dean Friedman Music chat room, you're more likely to get posts, because that's just the way it is. I can't figure it out myself. That's how it goes. But more importantly, everybody, is the fact that about 3 weeks from now, the end of August, the end of this month, is the virtual Songfest Zoom Fest. And I do hope everyone watching now will join us, because it'll make it that much more fun. And it's going to be with all the great songwriters and musicians that I mentioned earlier. Booth McGraffo is going to be with us. And the wonderful Tracy Curtis and Attila the Stockbroker. Also the lovely Charlotte Campbell and the amazing Vance Gilbert. And the Scottish falsetto sock puppets as well are going to be with us and co-hosting, and Katy Rose Bennet is going to be part of it as well. So don't you forget, tell your friends, and I hope to see all you good folks at our virtual Songfest Zoom Fest Sunday, August 30th. Did I plug that enough? What do you think? Let's see. Yeah, Boothby. Yes, exactly. And Chase, yes, you have that contributions are much appreciated. Thank you so much. I am going. Oh, and yay from Eloise. Thank you. Yays are always appreciated. So I'm going to make my way back there. I play a couple more songs, and so if you stand by. I don't know how I fit anymore. That's better. Okay. Do-do-do. I did that wrong. Hold on. I got to reset my keyboard, if you'll bear with me. All right, well, folks, this is a song that's kind of in progress. Been working on it for a while, but I still haven't finished it. But I'm going to give it a shot anyway. I just want to go to the movies, meet up with a bunch of my friends, buy a box of Skittles, find some good seats in the middle, and watch the credits roll to the end. All right, let me try that again. I just want to go to the movies, meet up with a bunch of my friends, buy a box of Skittles, find some good seats in the middle, watch until the credits roll to the end. Maybe stop at the diner, burger with some fries and a Coke, some pie for dessert, couldn't hurt, the service so slow it's a joke. Drop some change in the jukebox, the Beach Boys, California girls, I wish I could get back to a halfway normal world. Take me out to the ball game, doesn't seem like too much to ask. A diamond oasis, players running the bases, the catcher is wearing a mask. We'll all root for the home team, we'll fill up on peanuts and beer, we'll yell at the umpire and tell him to retire, and think of folks that couldn't be here. On the mound, the pitcher, a southpaw, his curveball will be hurled. I wish we could get back to a halfway normal world. I wish we could get back to a halfway normal world. I'm gonna throw a big party, invite everybody I know. We'll kibitz and mingle, I'll serve pretzels and Pringles. We'll sit side by side and toe to toe. We'll lose ourselves in conversation, we'll play some silly word games. We'll laugh and we'll smile, and then after a while we'll barely remember our names. We'll all wind up in the kitchen at the counter with the tablecloth unfurled. I wish I could get back to a halfway normal world. I wish we could get back to a halfway normal world. Okay. Halfway normal world. Indeed. I got time for a couple more songs before I sign off, and this one was always problematic in this regard. Is that when I wrote the song, I put it on one of my kids' CD, silly songs for kids, my kids' songs, and it got mixed reactions. This song in particular, because apparently it scared a bunch of kids. So I started getting emails and letters from parents saying, you know what, I can't put my child to sleep when that song comes on. It's very upsetting. Although there were other kids, rowdy boys and rambunctious girls who insisted on hearing this particular song over and over again. So finally I relented. I took it off of the kids' album and I put it on my Squirrels in the Attic album. So here it is. And this is a lullaby of sorts about putting little kids to sleep, even when they are ignoring you and completely and don't want to go to bed. Oh, if I was a cannibal, I'd tell you what I'd do. I'd chop you up with little onions and I'd fix you for a stew. And if you don't go to bed, well, heaven knows what I will do. But I'll never babysit for you again. If I was a crocodile, I'd tell you what I'd do. I'd take a bite out of your leg and I'd slowly start to chew. And you'd never walk again, you'd always have to use a cane. And I'll never babysit for you again. Well, you know I let you stay up past your bedtime, watching Dracula meets the creature from the mud. Now don't give me no more lip, don't tell me just a sec. What the heck, I'll bite your neck and drink your blood. Well, if I was a python, I'd tell you what I'd do. I'd wrap myself around you till turn 3 shades of blue. And if you don't go to bed, well, heaven knows what I will do. But I'll never babysit for you. I'll never babysit for you. I'll never babysit for you again. Now, I'll tell you a story about that song. I've told this a couple of times on rare occasions. And Allison and I I was booked on a cruise. It was very exciting. We got, like a nice suite, and I was getting a nice salary to play 4 shows over the course of 2 weeks. And it's one of those instances where I misread my audience very severely. And I played Death to the Neighbors. And by the end of that song, half the audience got up and walked out of the theater on the ship. And I was stunned and a little taken aback. And I thought, oh, well, you know what? I'll play something that's really sweet that people like. I played Chopping Bag Ladies until I got to the chorus. And I sang, don't pity me, you beautiful bastard boy. As soon as I sang bastard, more people got up and started walking out. And I thought, oh, I know, I'll play a kid song. And there's no way they can be offended by a kid song. And but again, what I didn't take into account was that the median age of this audience on this cruise ship was about 85. So I played this song. I played the babysitting song, and I got to the point where if I was a crocodile, I'd tell you what I'd do. I'd take a bite out of your leg, and I'd slowly start to chew, and you'd never walk again. You'd always have to use a cane. And I looked, and everyone sitting in the front row had a cane. And they got up and stumbled out after I sang that song. It was a disaster. They canceled my gigs. They almost kicked us off the ship. It was very traumatic, but it taught me a lesson to take into account your audience. And speaking of which, I'm going to try to take into account you, the audience watching right now. I ran a little late, but I'm going to play one more song. This is another lullaby of sorts. But this is not a scary lullaby. Sweet little angel, close your eyes as the nighttime drifts across the sky. You'll be in dreamland by and by, born on the wings of a butterfly. Sweet little angel, lay you down. You've got a ticket to Sleepy Town. Don't say a word, don't make a sound, 'cause this little one is bedtime bound. Close your eyes, I'll show you the way to a place where children frolic and play, to a place called Dreamland. Don't it's only a wink and a blink away. Sweet little angel, you should know that your mommy and daddy love you so. So it's off to dreamland you must go, in the light of our love and the night lights glow. Close your eyes, I'll show you the way to a place called where children frolic and play, to a place called dreamland. Don't delay, and it's only a wink and a blink away. Sweet little angel, close your eyes as the nighttime drifts across the sky. That's our show, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next week. Don't forget to get your tickets to the virtual Songfest Noonfest, August 30th, and plenty of time in advance. I appreciate everybody hanging out and coming by, and it is true indeed. So listen, everybody, again, let me get this closed. Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thank you to the Sox, and thank you to Katy Rose Bennet for delighting us with her songs. It's great to see everybody. Everybody, you guys be well, take care, and things will improve.
DeanZine LiveStream.